everyone, and welcome back to Under the Iron Flag. And this week we just want to talk about One Piece. I am your first mate, Lucian Graves, and here with me is your Captain Iron Aggro.
Oh, ahoy! What? Ahoy! I forgot what
Oi.
the saying was, and I
British
panicked and said
British
oi.
pirate, I guess.
Oi!
Oi! Very aggressive today. And Safley, I'm your navigator.
You guys don't know how excited I am. You don't know. I'm so excited. This is literally one of my favorite sagas. I can't even right now. People are gonna be like, man, this is the worst saga. This part
How
sucks.
many
I'm
are
gonna be
there?
like, shut up and listen to me. What's it called about it? It's 2 arcs.
I think he means sagas
Yeah.
total. 1, 2, 3, 4,
it's like
5,
a million
6,
or
10.
trillion.
Yeah, okay, that sounds right.
There's 10 total
Only
sagas.
10?
Yeah.
I mean, we're
According to like
sounds
the
like a
official
lie.
Shonen Jump way that they label things.
Right.
Sagas are different than arcs, so. But anyway, this week we'll be covering the Jaya arc. Which means, go ahead, Safley, you can say it. You can say the name of the next arc now. We can finally do it.
Oh, we're going to Skypia!
Yeah, let's go!
I'm so excited!
Oh, that's so good.
I want to know what Inagra thinks about the saga before I freaking explode about it, because I love this saga. So you go ahead, Inagra.
I'm gonna be honest. For most of it, I thought I don't get how we're gonna get more than 20 minutes of conversation out of it, and then those last 4 chapters happened, and yeah, those are real good.
Oh, the ones outside the island, like outside of the arc.
Everything
with,
not
like,
doing
the
with
world
the main
government.
characters. Yes.
Wait, so you didn't like the main stuff?
No, I didn't dislike it. I think it had some good character beats and stuff, but it was all set up, which is fine.
Okay.
We need some setup for whatever
That's
this will be.
Whatever it could be.
What could it be?
Yeah,
these
the
ships
last
falling
chapter-
from the sky and my log pose pointing straight up. What was your reaction to
God.
that? Like when that happened? Like what was your first thought to? Because we didn't give you any inclination to Sky Island. So when ships started falling from the sky and the log pose pointed up, what was your gut instinct?
I have no how to put it. You know, like that feeling of like that doesn't make any sense. How does that work? Well, the sense of realism, or whatever the term is. It's thrown out the window. I just thought, oh, that's a ship fell out.
Like
of the
suspension
sky.
of disbelief.
Yeah, suspension of disbelief doesn't exist. Well, I mean, it does. Whatever words. But it was just, oh, a ship fell out of the sky. That seems normal. We're on the Grand Line.
At what point did you realize it was more than that?
I mean, pretty much immediately. You got the giant turtle. You got the Titans.
Yeah, the things with the giant halos and spears.
Yeah. You
got
the giant looming shadows that seem to be like
angels.
hunting those. That seem to be hunting the giant turtle from what I looked at.
How? I'm trying to think how.
What a cool shot, by the way.
They use the turtle for scale of those things are
That's the size of an island, and it was so tiny compared to
that.
this.
A turtle. It looks like a regular sized turtle.
Yeah.
I like the shot where they react to it first, because we don't see it first, and then we see Luffy react to it, we see the monkey react to it, and then we see the turtle react to it, and they all have the same expression of horror.
Yeah.
Like, we're all gonna die right now.
Yeah.
And then
I love that. It reminded me of a shot which you might know from the current arc, which became kind of a meme. It's a scene where some characters are playing chicken, and the reaction faces from this scene evoke that to me.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's a reaction shot of
yes, exactly.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I think this one is more horror and that one is more
for sure.
So.
But the way it's paneled and the structure of it reminded me very
Yeah,
heavily of it.
it's very similar.
Yeah.
Oh man. Any more things that came out to you on iNegro before we go into like details
My
and stuff like
my
that?
first actual thought was Fairy Tail did a Sky Island arc. That was the
Oh,
best arc.
yeah. Edolas? It's my favorite
Well,
too.
there's a second to best arc. There's that one arc that's like 8 chapters long. Uh, I don't ever remember Tower Sky Tower or whatever, Tower of Heaven, something like that.
Oh,
Oh, with Jalal?
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
the,
that's
the
Urza's
first full
art.
Jalal
arc.
and
Yeah,
Urza.
the one that's
Yeah.
literally 4 episodes long. That's the best arc. Uh, but
I
Edalus is right behind
don't
it.
think it's 4 episodes. I think it's like 10 maybe.
No, it's incredibly short. Even if it wasn't like a super long shonen series.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. That's true.
Yeah, it is very
Um,
short.
But yes, my first thought was
and Jaya?
Fairy Tail.
That's true. You know what's funny? Is Skypia and Edolas, they're like similar in nature and they're both like my favorite arcs of each series respectively.
Can
Just
Mystigan
because
be
of
in this arc, please?
there
And the one
is gonna be a
good
Mystigan.
character.
You don't even know. Oh my god. He's annoying though, but there is gonna be like a Mystigan like character. You know, I don't even want to say I'm gonna spoil it if I
I
say
don't
anything
even
more.
know who you're talking about.
Oh, come on, Lucian. I'm not gonna say anything because I'm gonna spoil it, but I feel like he kind of
Hmm.
mirrors him, Mystigan, in a sense, this character. But I'm not gonna say anything because he's introduced in the next arc. Back to Jaya. Bellamy is my favorite person ever. I'm sorry. That's true. That's the truth.
You should be sorry. What the fuck? Bellamy?
Yeah,
Why?
I made a video about him. One of my earlier videos was about Bellamy, but it's because of context that comes in later. But yeah, Bellamy is one of my favorite characters in the series.
I mean, now
Huh.
I'm assuming he does more later because as of now he's literally the most one-note villain we've had.
Man, I think he's an interesting villain though because he kind of targets like he's kind of like I don't know. He's not like Crocodile in that sense that he's cunning or scheming or anything like that, but he has that like energy of like, oh, you have dreams, I can spit on them and I don't feel bad about it, right? He just kind of targets that specific part of Luffy's character of like dreaming and hoping for the best and like wanting to move forward, I guess. And he kind of stomps all over that. I don't think I've seen a villain kind of do it in the way Bellamy does it. Or I might just be talking out of my butt because I love him so much, but I'm very biased. I'm sorry. Oh god. Yeah, no, I really like his abilities. His abilities mirror those of Luffy basically. The spring fruit. It's just his
Yeah, that
attacks
is
are
true. They are
cool.
kind of meant to be like sort of a foil to one another, like ability wise. And I suppose even maybe like their outlook as well. You know, like Luffy obviously very dream uh centered
Driven.
and yeah, and Bellamy's very, you know, focused on like the here and now. One of his lines was something to the effect of like, you know, you'll keep chasing these fantasy treasures that you'll never find, and not even you'll forget about the treasures at your feet. You know, um,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
he seems more grounded in that respect. I mean, not like he's
Ironically
certainly
enough,
not
he
like
seems
down
more
to
grounded.
earth. But he is grounded now, literally. I mean, the Straw Hats sure aren't.
Oh,
But
yeah. That's a good
you
one.
know,
Good joke.
maybe some ambitions would have done him
Yeah.
well.
I think, yeah, I think what I love about Bellamy is that this is where he starts and he just grows so much later. And like his start is just like, haha, like I'm just a one note villain. But the fact that Oda takes like these one note villains and he makes them into just like an interesting character. You know, he takes a trope like Nami is cat burglar or Zoro is the cool guy or like Luffy is the idiot and he just makes him so interesting and he even does that with his villain just which is what I love about his writing so much and why Bellamy is one of my favorite characters. But I'm gonna stop I'm gonna stop not hating on Bellamy anymore. I understand the hate for him. He's annoying, he's stupid right now, but he'll grow on us. He grows on me at least. Yeah. I'm sorry, I Niagara. I spent what 5 minutes talking about Bellamy. Go watch my YouTube video about Bellamy if
I
you're
will
caught up
not
on
do
One
that.
Piece. I Niagara, you're
Actually,
not allowed to watch it.
yeah.
I liked watching Bellamy get beat down by Luffy. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that was so cool. It was like the
That
fact that
that
like you.
that was done pretty well in the manga too. Honestly, like
I think.
I think the anime, is animated, so the bounciness of both of them is very cool to watch.
Yeah,
But um, it came across well. I think. I
I
prefer
don't
the
think I
anime
felt.
version, but I think it came across well in the manga.
I don't think I felt the impact like I would have in the anime. Usually, when I read the manga, I can feel the impact whenever Luffy hits somebody or anybody like doesn't attack. But for some reason, maybe it was because it wasn't paced well or like it wasn't given enough time. Maybe that's my thoughts on it. But the punch, like the panel with the punch, is just awesome. I love it. So
Hmm.
amazing. And like the fact that Bellamy was so hyped up, like oh he defeats all these people and all this stuff, and he even like Luffy let him beat him up, earlier in the arc, and then just one punch. He's like, you asked if I could throw a punch, couldn't you? Wow. I mean, what Bellamy does is he makes Luffy look amazing in this arc, I
If that
think.
had been
That's
anything
cool.
less than a complete one-sided trouncing, it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. What do you think of Zoro and Luffy not fighting back earlier in the bar?
I mean,
I think that's a
it's a
good
good
question.
character bit. I didn't, I didn't think much
Yeah.
of it.
Really?
It,
I mean, like
it
it was
reminds me
good.
of when Shanks
Yeah.
it reminds me of when Shanks didn't do anything in like the first chapter, I think, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a callback
When
to chapter
those
one.
Yeah, when Shanks didn't fight back when they threw the alcohol on him and he laughed it off and all that stuff.
Hmm.
I think that was definitely a callback to that.
I
But
also,
also,
sorry, go ahead.
I don't think it was also just like Luffy wanted to imitate Shanks. I think he looked at the situation and like Zoro says later, he's like, it was pitiful. Like they're like we pitied them instead. It was there would have been like a really bad beatdown. Like look,
Yeah.
Luffy took Bellamy out in one punch. Like imagine if Zoro was there too. They would have all been dead, right?
Yeah.
So I think he looked at the situation and was like, this isn't even worth my time. And even the other character says that too. I don't want to say his name yet because
No,
but
it did. It did. I double checked. It's all good.
okay, okay. Even Blackbeard said that at the end of that fight. He's like, man, he's like, Tanami, why are you so angry? Why are you so upset? They definitely won that fight, which I thought was really cool. And
Hmm.
the one-liner that Nami said at the end when this vice captain or whatever the dude was, Bellamy's vice captain was like,
That
hey,
was pretty
you
good.
want me to pay you to join our crew, whatever? And she's like, I'm sorry, you can't afford me. And I was like, oh. Like
Yeah, that was good.
that
That was a
meme
good
with
line.
the guy like grabbing his face. They're all like all his friends are like, whoa. That was like a that moment.
I think that the bar scene, like obviously it's a callback to chapter one, but I think it holds some additional meaning coming so soon after Alabasta, right? Like, do you guys think that Luffy, um, you know, would have done that same thing and asked Zoro to do the same thing had they not met and had learned from Vivi? Because I think that Vivi's influence on Luffy, on teaching him to deal with things non-violently initially, might have also had an impact here, aside from Shanks in chapter one.
mm,
I couldn't
I
say
think that
I didn't think about it a single time. But like
Mm.
I didn't think of that, but I'm not gonna say no to it.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think I'm on the same page, but I feel like Vivi has like a different, like she leaves a different void in the crew than that. Like definitely that. I didn't think about that honestly,
Hmm.
but I feel like there are some events that happen later on that feel like, oh, if Vivi was there, it would have been better. Like the situation would have been resolved. I feel like that's the void that she's going to leave because she was that like glue that held everybody together when everybody was stressed out and all that stuff like she did on the crab. So I've been trying to look out for that, and I didn't think about what you said about how they learned from her. So
Hmm.
honestly, it slipped my mind.
Yeah, no, I just thought that was interesting. Um, like that. Obviously, we're meant to think that it's a callback to chapter one, but I was wondering whether or not Vivi was also meant to come to mind there, um, or not. But
Yeah, because
yeah,
if
I
you
thought
think
that
about
that
it more,
seemed really good.
if they had fought back, I feel like the entire island would have been against them.
Hmm.
I feel like, right, instead of just laughing them off and letting them go. Oh yeah, I think that has merit.
Um, but yeah, so we mentioned him at this point. I'm surprised you didn't start the episode with this, aggro. Um, Blackbeard.
Oh, I thought I didn't know. I was gonna hold off on that till we talked about everything else.
Well,
But I mean, we can do that.
just that he exists. We have met him.
We did.
What? What do you mean? Yeah,
Which one was
like
he?
all throughout the arc. The guy with Blackbeard under his name.
What?
Oh my god. We
I know what
literally
you
just
said.
went through this to double check that we did not spoil you, and I did
We
double
didn't
check,
meet
and it's not a
Blackbeard.
spoiler. Yes, we did. Chapter 234, page 18, page 19.
Wait, was that?
It's a double spread.
Uh. Oh, that's Blackbeard. Okay. I thought it was just like one of the guys that worked for him.
No, that's him.
Or I guess I skimmed by that. Wow. Okay. Wow, that's disappointing. Okay.
I think Inagra read Edo last instead of Jaya. I think that's what happened.
No, I read. Where is it? I read Marshall and just skimmed, and then I read Captain. Was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Whatever.
You read Marshall, skipped the D, and skipped Blackbeard.
Yes.
Like, D, that doesn't matter ever. Blackbeard, that doesn't matter. Captain, who cares? Blackbeard Pirates, whatever.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I read the guy next to him. I was like, oh, the Grim Reaper. That's cool. It was
Oh
That is
my
cool.
God.
I don't know that I want my doctor to be called the Grim Reaper. If my doctor was named the Grim Reaper, I don't know that I'd see them. But
why are they 10
that's a
feet
cool
tall?
crew member. Why
Why am I
not?
not shocked? Why am I not shocked that he skimmed over like one of the characters he's been excited
Like the
about?
single
Like
most
every
excited about since chapter
Well,
one.
Yeah.
I guess I looked at him and
Yeah.
did not think that's gonna be That's Blackbeard.
He
That's the
has
guy.
black facial hair.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, he has a goatee.
Yes.
It's kurohige in Japanese,
Grow it
which is
out.
any facial hair. It doesn't have to be a whole
I
beard.
don't care. You can grow it out.
Speaking of facial hair, should
Ah,
we talk about Whitebeard a little bit, maybe? Because
I mean,
I
okay, there's
forgot
a
that
lot
he
of
was
stuff.
introduced in this arc.
there is a lot. We
There's
can
a
talk
lot of stuff.
about
Yeah.
what should we focus on? Because we
Okay.
can talk more
So-
about Blackbeard earlier in the arc. We can talk about the stuff that happened later in the arc. What do you guys want to
Let's just
focus in
talk
on?
about whatever. Let's start with you know what? Let's talk about the stuff I'm interested in talking about. So let's start the good part of the arc.
Oh, I'm shocked.
With the hunt. Is that whatever chapter it is? And it's oh, these people are in the dark. It's Buggy. Buggy's back. Buggy and the gang.
Yes.
And Ace is here for no reason.
Yeah.
They never establish any reason. He's just here. He's just here to party.
Well, Ace established his reason for what Ace is doing in Alabasta. Ace is trying to find Blackbeard.
Well, yeah,
Oh my
but
God.
well, I mean that he didn't really do a good job at that, to be fair. But
No, but you know that we know what he's trying to do.
But yes,
I
but still,
think
his
that
answer to that is he's now hanging out with Buggy. I do like that. Buggy talked about his history with Whitebeard. Um,
that was a
they
cool panel. I did not think
yeah,
that would be a cool panel, but it was.
a long time
Like Buggy,
ago,
you
I
got
met
some
him on the
heat.
Grand Line, which he let's see, Buggy and Blackbeard were together on Shank's crew. No, it was
You're
Whitebeard's
thinking
crew.
of Shanks.
Yeah, okay, they were together on Shank's crew.
So Buggy and Shanks were together as kids.
Okay, Buggy and Shanks were together on whose crew?
We don't know.
We don't know.
But they did serve together, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, we'll see. I'm
It's
gonna
just not
assume it's
clear who
Whitebeard
they
then.
served under.
Okay, that's
Okay, yeah, but listen to this. Here's the connection. So Buggy says he met Whitebeard a long time ago. He was with Shanks. Shanks is currently sending a letter to Whitebeard about something. Do we know what it is about? I'm not really
no.
sure.
Um,
And then
for context clues, we can figure it out, but I don't know if they've directly said
They have
what it's
not
about.
directly said because Shanks headed there because he ripped
okay,
up the letter.
yes, yes. And then also Blackbeard gets introduced in this arc where we are getting introduced to Whitebeard. We find out that Buggy knows Whitebeard somehow and that he served with like all I feel like the pieces are kind of maybe aligning. Like I feel like you could
These
figure out the connection just by reading
Yeah, I
this
mean these
arc,
chapters
maybe.
introduced all our big players and their current situation.
I feel
Mm-hmm.
like.
And but like by big
And
players I
Buggy
mean
is a big
the
player now.
like rest of the series big players.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Like the here we go.
You can
The
just call them the
five
Gorosei.
elders.
Yeah, and the
Oh
community
yeah.
generally just calls them the Gorosei.
Well, I'm never going to remember that, to be fair.
That's
So,
fair. If you hear us say Gorosei,
You
Gorosei,
mean
Gorosei, five
yeah.
elders, that's what we mean. Same thing.
I call them the Gorosei too. I don't call
Hmm
them the
three
Five
lame
Elders.
guys in suits and a guy I can't wait to see fight.
This three lame guys in suits.
Four lame guys in suits.
Who?
The
Oh,
four of
wait,
them, and
wait,
then
cool
there's
fact.
the guy with the sword. I want to see him fight
Yeah, the guy with the sword is
Oh,
cool.
you mean among the
among
elders?
the elders. Yes.
Okay, sorry, I gotcha.
There's I think the elders are based on like historical figures because the elder with the like rat not rash, like he has these big dots on his forehead. He's based on somebody. I can never remember who though. But like it's a skin defect that you can get.
Oh,
Oh,
Do
you're
you
cutting
know
out a bit.
the elder that I'm talking about? Oh, no. Hello?
Okay, better.
Uh, I think I'm gonna be out for a while. You guys talk.
Okay. So, speaking of the Gorosei, one of the fun facts that we don't really like. We know this from this panel, which is why I feel comfortable saying this. The blade that we see that guy holding, right? Is a let me double check. It's one of the let me double check. It is a Meito blade, which we talked about in an earlier episode about the blade grading systems and all that. I believe that is assumed to be one of the what's it called? The Kitetsu blades, or like, yeah, I believe that's
oh yeah, whatever. Although I forgot that was a thing. The whatever
yeah.
the cool sword. There are
Well, those
13
are
of
the
them.
Meito blades, but I think this is specifically like maybe the Shodai Kitetsu. Um,
Does it tell us what
no,
blade he has?
this is definitely just like speculation from the community.
Oh, okay,
Um,
okay.
judging from like the hilt of the sword and looking at other Kitetsus, it's speculated that the sword he's holding there, compared to the other like hilts in the Kitetsu series, is likely to be the Shodai Kitetsu. Because let me double check. I think does Zoro use the Sandai Kitetsu? He does. Yeah.
Zoro.
Yeah, Zoro
Does he
uses the
have it
Sandai
yet, though?
Kitetsu. Yeah, he got it in like the sword episode where we talked about
Oh yeah.
the swords and all that. It's
Forgot.
the cursed one that he threw up, and he was like, "If it comes
Yep,
off
yep,
my
yep.
arm, whatever, bro." So that was one of the Kitetsu swords, and we
It
haven't
has the same
seen
handle?
the second or first. I believe it does. I believe it has like the same style of handle. Yeah, I could be wrong,
Ooh.
but I believe
I didn't.
I've heard. Yeah, there's a picture here of. Here, I'll see if I can't send this in Discord, and then you can maybe show this at some point. But you can look at the handle there, and then the handle on the blade in the picture of the Gorosei, and it looks extremely similar. So it's speculated to be one of the other Kitetsu blades. Just a little fun fact. But now that you're back, you can continue what you were talking about.
Well, I was basically just saying that the Gorosei, they're based on historical figures. I'm pretty sure you can find a picture. It's like one of those pictures you find on Google where they're all the same or whatever. That's it. I can't remember their names, so I can't really like say anything about it. But yeah, that's it.
Gotcha. So, what did you think about those last like few chapters there, Agro?
They're
Like
the best chapters in the series so far.
yeah, anything in particular stick out?
What I'm here for.
Yeah.
Give me the
What interested you the
intrigue.
most from those?
Um,
Like, what thing stuck out as this is
goat.
the fair?
Why does he have a
Fair?
goat? It's on the table,
Yeah.
eating a newspaper.
Yeah. Why does he have a goat?
It's evil. It's gonna be an evil monster that kills people.
Why does the Supreme Commander of the Navy have a goat?
It's gonna be an evil killing monster or something. Like, it's obvious. Look how nice it looks. It's so nice and happy. No. Lies. Also, why do you have... is that a bird on his head, or is that a fake bird on his head? Because it doesn't move.
I don't know.
A seagull.
I think
It's like it's supposed to look like a seagull, right?
I think it.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if it's a seagull.
Yeah, it looks like a seagull. I don't know if it's real or not.
Seagull?
I don't know if we're supposed to know if it's real or not yet.
Oh.
What'd you think of the warlords that showed up? We got the Drip Walk from Don Quixote do Flamingo.
I know that name. I don't know what from. I don't know context or anything. I just remember hearing that name before.
Well, Don Quixote is a famous story.
No, I mean Flamingo.
It's a story.
Like Do Flamingo.
Oh, okay.
I don't know like anything about him. You might have mentioned him at one point or something. I just remember hearing that name. I never heard of
Gotcha.
Bartholomew Kuma.
Kuma means bear in Japanese, by the way.
I know that. I know
gotcha.
That. It's. I have seen. I do know Monokuma.
Kuma, the warlord Bartholomew Kuma is holding a Bible in his hand.
Yes, he is, with a woman.
So does that mean?
I never caught that. You're right.
That's true. I remember seeing that. Yeah, but like, does that mean that in the One Piece world, like, I don't know how to put this delicately.
There's religion.
Like, yeah, yeah, because they call Sengoku the Buddha.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's also the Holy Land of Mary Joie, right?
Yeah.
There are ancient Buddhist symbols that are unrecognizable. Look like nothing else. Didn't you say they don't ever show up again? You said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think they did. I hadn't read this far.
Is Whitebeard's symbol. It's his flag.
Yeah, I don't know when they changed that, man.
Never.
Probably. I hope it's soon.
Yeah, you know what? He's super evil looking.
Yeah.
They didn't change it yet for you guys?
No.
In the colored version, it's changed.
Oh, no. Yeah. So, because the new, I guess they reprinted
Not for us.
Also, Whitebeard's like 20 feet tall. At least.
He's very large.
I wonder if all the sky people are that tall. I don't know.
Sky people. Skypeans, you mean? Use the correct terms, Inegro.
Nah. He needs lots of medical devices and very many nurses.
Well, he looked like an old man, so I think that's typical of old men.
Do you think his beard was always white, aggro?
Him not having beard's fine.
No, he has facial hair.
He has a
He has
mustache.
like the
Yeah,
banana mustache.
a
I just
pointy
mean, do you think his
mustache, which
facial
he's gonna
hair?
take off and use a weapon at some point.
He's called Whitebeard, right? It's like his epithet. Do you think he has always had a white beard
I'd say
/ white
yes.
facial hair,
Yes.
or do you think he came across that later in life, and like he became more famous later in life, and so that's when he gained it?
No, he had white hair. He's as sad about it as Buggy is about his red nose.
Man, I like forgot all this stuff was introduced in the Jaya arc. Like,
In 4 chapters, really. Actually, 2 more so, but yeah.
yeah, it's just like I was like, wait, Whitebeard is introduced here? That's so
Anyway, here's the
bonkers.
Gorosei. Here's Whitebeard. Here's Shanks again. Here's Ace. Here's everyone you haven't seen, and they're gone.
I think it's because we're going on the most epic side quest of all epic side quests.
Yeah. Are you excited about like Skypia, aggro?
I mean, I'm
Like
interested.
the Sky Island itself, like aside from the world building aspect that we talked about, the journey that the cast is going on, are you excited for?
I'm no more excited than we're going to an island.
Really?
Like, oh, it's in the sky. Okay.
I was so hyped for that.
Me too. I read the last chapter and I was like, no, let's go.
Like, I'm excited
Because we
to
don't
see-
even see.
I'm excited to see what the next adventure is. But you know what? Is not on the Sky Island. Politics. At least not these politics. Currently, possibly. It could just be.
And
something change.
no more monkey
Obviously,
captains.
Blackbeard will be around and gang. But
Oh God, those monkey captains were so weird.
yeah, I didn't like them.
Yeah.
I'm always like indifferent to them. They're like there. I'm okay with them. I like their boss a little bit more.
Oh yeah,
I teared
Cricket's
up when we
good.
had to leave him. When I found out that we were leaving Cricket, I was like, oh no, they're not gonna see him again.
was
I
great.
was so like I was hit with emotion. I didn't think I liked Cricket that much, but I
The
guess
only thing
guess-
the monkey captains were good for is that our captain is also monkey. So that was the only good part. Is like we have Captain Monkey and they have Captain Monkey. That's it.
We have D Monkey. The power of D. I'm remembering that's a
I
thing
think-
now. I forgot
Yeah.
about that
I
plot
think-
point.
I think this arc is the arc I laughed out loud the most. I'm gonna be real.
Honestly,
This is the
I did
funniest
dig the
arc so
humor in
far.
this. I'm kind of with you.
Oh my
I like the humor quite often in this arc. I was surprised.
Not bad.
When my favorite part is when Nami comes back and she's all like embarrassed and bashful because an entire bar of people laughed at her when she asked about
Uh-huh.
Skypia.
I know exactly
And
what you're
she's
talking about.
and then they're like, "Oh my God, you guys got injured!" And then Chopper is like healing Luffy or something, and he's like, "Oh, did you guys get any information on Skype yet?" She's like, "Skype, yeah," and he's like, and then Usopp does his catch-up star, and
Yeah.
then Chopper goes into guard. Like Chopper eats his medicine ball, like the ball that only lasts
Yeah.
for 3 minutes, because
He
he's
uses
that
guard
scared.
point to defend, and Usopp plays dead.
No, but in the anime did the humor so. I think the anime just has the advantage of the voice actors. I think
Oh,
that's
for
the
sure,
only
yeah.
difference between my like of the anime and versus the manga. This part, because I was laughing the whole time, but in the anime, in the manga, he does do jumping point. Chopper does when she like has another outburst. But in the anime, he jumps off the boat and into the water, and he's a devil fruit user, right? So Zoro jumps in after. He's like, "Oh, Chopper!" He jumps in after it again. That is the funniest. I can't. It's too funny. And like when when Luffy came back like 45 minutes late. Why was he late? Not because he was fighting Bellamy, because he beat him in one punch, but because he was looking for a Hercules beetle or like a rhinoceros beetle. Oh god, I just man, I haven't laughed in this long, and especially after this last week of work and finals. I just like
Yeah.
it was nice. It was really nice.
No,
What did
I
you think of
really
the
like
humor? What
the.
did you guys think?
No, same. The same part. I made a note of that part being particularly very funny. But
The anime version is a little bit better though, because he jumps into the water.
but I don't
Oh
know.
god.
Like, obviously, it's still not everything is funny.
Mhm.
But overall, I thought it was,
I will say the funniest
uh,
panel was the bird with the hands coming out of it.
Yeah, that was. Everybody
Robin
like
is like, if
forgot
I
that
can see
Robin
it.
had her, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we forgot you're here."
Yeah,
Oh,
that is
speaking
the
of
one thing.
Robin,
Yeah. So a couple things. One, how old is the rest of the crew? Remind me.
how old?
Yeah, everyone
From
else.
like
Okay,
19 to
Luffy
like
is 17.
16.
I can name it out. Luffy is 17.
Uh-huh.
Usopp is also 17. They're the same
Mhm.
age. Nami is 18.
That's right.
Chopper is 16. And Zoro and Sanji are 19. And Robin is 28.
28. Yeah, I was gonna say she's 28. So she's 9 years older than the oldest member of the crew.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
different. But yeah, she didn't do anything, huh? She was just
No,
there.
she did.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
She put the skull back
okay.
together, and then she found the map,
I
and
really
she found
liked her
about
like
more about
I
intro
do
cricket.
part.
like her. I like her as a she's the smart one who knows more about about the
The Grand
world.
Line.
She does in fact know
She's the
more
voice of
about
wisdom.
the world than the children. Uh
Yeah.
but I also did with
Yeah.
the one plot development we did get with her um was the first, I think it was the very first page of the arc was
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole start of the arc is all Robin
just
stuff.
a confirmation, one that Luffy saved her even though she didn't want to be saved,
She saved
and
Luffy, and then
yeah,
he saved her.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then the
What a combo.
confirmation that it did contain the whereabouts of the weapon, or what was
Yes,
it
of
exactly?
Pluton.
Okay.
So
Pluton. The Roman
she.
version of Hades.
Just to be clear,
That's
it
what the
did,
weapon is called.
because I read this yesterday. You think I'd remember?
Mhm.
Um, it did contain the location. That's what they said,
It
right?
did. She
Okay, so she
specifically
does
lied to
know where it
Crocodile
is.
to
Got
protect
it.
the location. The king asked,
Sure. I
"Why
was
did you
just double checking.
protect the information?"
Mhm.
And she said, I'm not like, I don't know exactly her
Oh yeah,
reasoning,
and
but
he was
She said,
saying
"I'm
something
not
about,
interested in those things."
all of
right. She
them
said
put
her goal is to
together.
find the real poneglyph.
Yeah, and then he theorized that all of them put together make out a new history or something not revealed before.
The
Something
true
regarding the
history.
history of the world
Yeah.
is what they were talking about.
Okay, just
Which
I
she has been
glad I
trying
got
and failing to
correction.
do for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, what led her to just give up
Yeah,
on
she
life, be
gave up.
like, you know what, leave me, I'm gonna die. And Luffy's like, I don't think
Nah.
so. I don't want you to, and so you won't.
So yeah, this weapon will come into play at some point in the future. I assumed even
Mhm.
before, even if it was never mentioned again. Like if we didn't have that, I'd assume at some point it will. But now we know that she knows, so therefore, obviously it's not her goal or anything. But hey, there is a super weapon of some kind. Did we ever get a description of what it did or what it was supposed to do?
It can
It just
eviscerate
destroys
entire islands.
islands.
Okay, so yeah, she
Yeah.
knows where a super weapon of some kind is. So that'll be a
Mhm.
plot point at some point.
I think it's important to distinguish what her goal is specifically,
Yeah, it's not her
and that
goal.
she's not interested in the weapons.
Oh
She's
yeah,
interested in
I know
finding
that
the
100%. I just
Well, she's an
real pony. I'm just
archaeologist.
she still knows where it is
yeah.
though, which
Yeah,
means
she does. Which
either
means even if she doesn't want it, someone else might.
someone else might want it,
Yeah.
and either at some point we'll need it for something, and so she'll know where it is, or B, we find out we're in a location and she knows that it's there, or C, someone else is going after it and she knows that they're actually close to getting it, but because they are near where it is, it'll come up in some
I just think,
capacity. I just don't know how. And
yeah.
Mhm.
we'll find out in a few hundred
I just
chapters
think
probably.
for I just think for me, I never, like I said, I grew up with the series, so a lot of things flew past my head as a child. So I never really understood what Robin's goal is. And like in recent years, like reading week to week and reading more on the series and rereading it right now, it just like everything's starting to click for me. And the fact that like she wasn't interested in the weapons was kind of a revelation for me, maybe later on. It's hard to explain. But that's why I pointed that out, just for people like me who kind of grew up with the series and don't really understand what's going on because they read it as
Yeah.
children. Yeah,
I
but
did really
you're
like.
picking up on it. You're
Yeah.
Yeah, right now
not like me.
her goal is seemingly I'm not dead, so I guess I'll do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm gonna be exploring anyway, I might as well try to look for more poneglyphs.
Yeah.
And look for the real poneglyph, as she stated.
Yeah.
I did really like early on in the arc, like her catching up the crew on her like her life history of going from like outlaw group to outlaw group as basically this archaeological assassin.
Yeah, I do
And
like her
how
specialization.
easily
Her specialization is assassination.
and archaeology, can't forget that.
Is
Eh,
there a cooler
not
profession?
important.
Uh, she did give us 208 years worth of information very easily from a
hmm
skeleton. Um,
Not all.
and she also won over the crew extraordinarily quickly, barring Zoro, who still does not trust her.
Oh my God, it was so funny. In the anime, it's hilarious when she like the clip on YouTube has thousands,
Is
millions of
that
views.
her and
Where
Chopper? Is that
what do
happened
you mean?
yet? Or I feel like there's a clip with her and Chopper on
Oh
YouTube.
no, that's in the anime only, I think.
Okay, that's why I wasn't sure.
Where she's in the anime, Robin thinks Chopper is like cute, and so she tries to like mess with him the most. Uh, but that doesn't show up in the manga at all. I don't think they have
Oh,
time for that.
oh,
Uh,
okay. I wouldn't like. Okay.
just weird fun
I would
fact.
not think of that in character with what we saw in this arc.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
She's very standoffish
I
right now.
do like that she messed with them when Luffy and Chopper are already interested in her because of her ability, and they're watching her hand, and then she trips them over. And then she won Usopp over by like messing like growing hands on Luffy's head, and he goes Chopper, and then they all start laughing, and Zoro's like, God, I'm the only one who's left. And Nami got bought. Literally, Nami got bought.
You know he's the easiest one
Remember,
to win over. Here
remember
is
when she
money.
said that she's too expensive? Yeah, she got bought pretty easily. And then Sanji's been gone from the moment she came on board. Oh man, I liked Sanji in this arc for some strange reason.
I feel like
What
he
did you?
wasn't there.
You didn't. Yeah, no. Him
No,
and
for me it
Usopp
was just
really
like
have that like, and to an extent, Chopper as well at this point of just they're there.
yeah, but I like
There.
how they're like every character in a scene is always doing something. I feel like that's the strength of Oda's. It's like it doesn't matter what's happening, everybody's always doing something in character. I think for me it was when what was it? I can't remember. But like Sanji's like placed in certain panels, and he also said it's revealed in this arc that he's from North Blue. He's not actually from East Blue. Did you
Mhm.
catch that, Inagro?
No.
With the tale of Nolan, the liar.
Yeah, that being a story from the North Blue, and he's like, "Oh, I read that as a child."
Oh,
Uh,
is that a confirmation of that fact or?
He said it.
yes,
Okay,
I
okay,
mean,
he said
got
he
it.
it.
said it himself and told the crew.
But did he say I read it as I was growing up in the North Blue? Because like, knowing a story from a different location, like.
I think he said I grew up like
In the
it's
East
a
Blue.
story every kid in the North Blue knows. Like it's where I grew up. Something to that effect. Like
Okay.
um uh
I mean, like,
He
I had
specifically
never
said he
thought
was
about it
raised
either
in
way.
the slow.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why, but like I guess it's the parallels between
He
Sanji
says,
and
"Yeah, I was born in the
Cricket.
North Blue." Didn't I mention that?
okay. So it's a retcon.
It like Cricket is a
Oh,
blonde.
I
Like
don't.
who does
Wasn't
Cricket
mentioned.
fight when he gets
Yeah,
out of the water?
it's something that did not matter at all, but now will matter.
Okay. No, I was just thinking that like I think I remembered why I like Sanji in the start because Cricket, the first person he fights is Sanji. Cricket has blonde hair, Sanji has blonde hair. Cricket's from North Blue, Sanji's from North Blue. They both smoke. Like they have a lot of similarities. I don't know. I just like kind of like that. Maybe it's like we can compare. Maybe like Cricket used to be like Sanji when he was younger. That's the idea I'm getting. But I'm just talking. You guys can find something else. Oh god, awkward.
But
Um,
Yeah, I
what
liked
else?
I'd say Luffy was probably the only really standout character to me this arc. Like I liked Robin's introduction, but I don't think she got anything more than anyone else did. Nami had a couple good moments, especially towards the end.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
cool. Which is like, I can
even in
navigate
the middle.
anywhere.
I think the scene in the bar was a big deal.
Yeah, that
You
was
Yeah.
good
know,
too.
like and her, you know, uh, hearing from uh like Blackbeard of all people, like, oh, the new age they spoke of is, BS. Age of pirate dreams is over. People's dreams don't ever end. One, that people's dreams don't ever end panel is
Mhm. Oh
super
yeah, it's really
iconic.
good. Yeah,
It's so
I think I
good.
saved that one.
Uh,
It's one of
and
my
then he also,
favorite
like,
lines in the series.
mhm.
Yeah. The thing
He-
is, you don't think like that guy is sinister when he says it. He like actually genuinely
oh, he
believes that,
believes
and
it.
that's like
Oh, that was
scary.
Blackbeard.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the
I just
same
put that
guy.
together.
He's the same dude who's sitting next to Luffy.
I'm
They
so
have the
dumb.
exact opposite opinion on the food and drinks. They
Yep,
sit next to
I
each other at the
remember
bar.
him. I remember thinking
He
that
likes the
guy is
pie. Luffy
important.
doesn't like it.
He'll be
Luffy likes the
back.
drink.
And then I
Blackbeard doesn't
forgot
like it.
about him.
Um, and then as they're about to fight each other, they get interrupted by Bellamy. And then that
Bellamy, the best character.
Well, okay, I will say I'm
Bellamy
very excited for
interrupting
Blackbeard and Luffy
Blackbeard.
to team up in Skypedia arc.
I think there's a panel of Blackbeard's raft getting exploded by the knockup stream.
Oh, did it go boom? I
I think
Yeah.
it got absolutely wrecked by the knockup stream because they specifically reinforced the Mary for the
Well, they're
knockup
all
stream.
gonna end up
They did
there
not.
just without a ship. It's fine.
They'd probably be dead,
Well, I'm gonna believe
if
it
I'm being
anyways.
honest.
They're fine. They're up there, and you're just lying to me because they're gonna be
I
super
wonder
important in the next arc.
how
Next
many
arc
of
is
the
not gonna feel like a filler arc, please.
how many of the
come
four
on.
Oh no.
how many of the four on Blackbeard's crew do you think are going to be Devil Fruit users? And honestly, I don't know the answer off the top of my head, so I'm just asking.
None.
None? Okay.
None.
I
That's
don't
gonna
even
be,
know why
that's
that
gonna be
question's
Blackbeard's
important.
thing is that he's that cool and he doesn't have one.
Mm.
Wait, Shanks
There's
doesn't have
also-
one, does he?
Huh?
Shanks doesn't have one either.
Shanks was able to swim to save Luffy. So at the time of saving Luffy, he did not have one.
Okay, maybe not then. Never
Last-
mind.
I just mean
I don't
last
know,
we
that's-
know, he didn't have one.
Maybe everyone
We haven't-
except Blackbeard. I don't know.
Also, as the crew,
Zoro's also whole thing is that he's so cool and doesn't have one. Never mind.
there are people who don't have one.
There are.
But as the crew was walking away from Blackbeard, Nami was saying like, "Oh, maybe that guy knows how to get to Skypiea," referring to Blackbeard. And Luffy said, "Well, it's not just one guy." To which Nami's like, "Hmm?" And Zoro's like, "Yeah, no, I also think there's more than one." What did you think about that? Like, did you catch that? Like, do you think?
I did. I just then
Yeah.
forgot about it now because I just put it in the will be relevant later pile along with say Kobe, and
Yeah, and I suppose you forgot that was Blackbeard until right
oh,
now.
I didn't know it was Black. No, I
So-
didn't know it was Blackbeard. I didn't know that one. I didn't read. I didn't. I skimmed past that. Uh, but that guy
That's crazy.
who turned out to be Blackbeard, I put that in the think about in a few hundred chapters, like the whale, and
Laboon,
yeah, who's that?
the whale.
Oh, okay, that's go ahead. I don't remember. But there's those characters and places and things that are just they'll be back one day.
You think will be long-term relevant?
Long-term relevant, at least at some point, even if it's just a hey, we're gonna get the whole gang together to go get the One Piece and the whales in the frame with all the other boats. Something like, even if it's just
I
that.
think I feel like Lucian, no matter how much we like say that it's important to remember things now, like a normal reader who doesn't understand One Piece
Oh no,
on a fundamental level will always be like, yeah, whatever. And then I think I'm not saying like that to make Inagro feel bad. Like he catches on a lot of things,
failed.
surprisingly, to be honest. But it's just like every new reader that I come in contact with, they're like, "Whoa! Like this came back from this many chapters later. It's so crazy." Like
See, that's the
you
one
can
thing I
you
knew.
can say all the live long day.
That's why I'm
that,
reading this, to be
like,
honest.
Laboon. That Laboon is an important character, and Inago's gonna be like, "Yeah, who's that? Like, what are you talking about?"
Okay, I don't
It's
remember the
only
name.
until we
okay.
get to
I think
that
that's
moment
fine.
that
No.
it'll happen.
There are too
Yeah, no,
many
I'm not saying that's
characters
bad.
to
I think
remember
that's
the names of. I'm not going to
false.
remember
Wrong. Because
anyone
when
in
you
Blackbeard's crew.
discover,
I don't remember what
oh yeah,
Chopper's
they're
name is
trash.
most of the time. That's just a me thing.
Seriously,
I remember the
Well,
we
whale
need to
you
stop the
though.
got
Chopper.
I remember
830 to
Virgil.
go.
I remember Glasses Virgil. I remember the clown. I just don't remember their names. I remember
I love that Buggy was in in these chapters. Oh my god, that was so
the
funny.
buggy lady.
Alvida.
Yeah, her. I remember
Alvida.
her. I don't remember her name ever. But I'm just terrible with names.
No, that's like it's only after like it's basically because I grew up with the series and I know like why it's important to remember like small time characters because when they come back later you can gasp and be like, "What?" But
Honestly, I think I had an easier time remembering smaller characters because of the anime, with it being like I'm not reading and having to remember things from
right.
like
Yeah,
text
I would agree with that.
and images. Like it's you know video, audio. Like there's more to remember it by, like a character's voice. Their colored look and everything. It's much easier to remember a character when there's more to remember them by. That's not just a name and a black and white design.
And I also just
Right,
am
right.
terrible, awful with names. Hey, you know the main
That's
guy in this
true.
arc, like the main secondary character who didn't have a shirt on and was like super cool, and he had the big house that was actually a small house.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
Cricket.
I finished reading
Cricket.
this an hour ago.
Also,
Cricket.
I was gonna say, I
I
suppose
know
it's
him
important. It's
though. I'd
Mont Blanc
recognize him
cricket,
immediately.
because his great grandfather or whatever was Mont Blanc Noland, of Noland the Liar. So
Oh, I will.
Can I just say something
Yes, go.
real
for it.
out of the blue? So we have the line where Blackbeard says, "People's dreams never end," and then we have the line of a cricket saying, I don't remember what the line is, but he says, "Isn't it romantic to go chasing off after dreams?" I just like now that you, I don't think like either of them were not genuine with their statements, but I felt like cricket like loved it more, I guess, in a sense. I don't know. It just like you get that feeling just by the way it's paneled and like the way Mont Black is like smiling and stuff like that. But like, I feel like with Blackbeard, he's trying to like prove something, but with Cricket, he's just like, I'm having fun with this. I love meeting people who go after dreams just like I do, and like I have more friends. Basically, it was more authentic to me.
Cricket comes
Um,
across in a warmer way.
yes, yes,
He comes
that's a better way
across
to say
more friendly, in the way he's like in the way he's like interacting with the crew than the way that um
Blackbeard does.
like Blackbeard doesn't seem like he's interacting directly with the Straw Hats. He seems like he's making a declaration to Mocktown. You know,
Yeah.
not just talking to Nami, but I've decided, you know, if this makes everyone here my enemy, so be it. This is my declaration, and it is what it is. You know.
Yeah, he's Blackbeard here's got some big plans.
I'm glad I don't feel like a crazy person when I'm seeing these things. It's like I like Bellamy, nobody likes Bellamy. I like Cricket more than Blackbeard. I think he's nicer than Blackbeard. I feel like that's crazy. It's like, where are you getting that context from? But like, I don't know. I just love this saga so much. It's just so it's it's like what One Piece is about. You know, it's like a mini version of what the entire story is about. And I think I'll talk about that more in the next uh
Oh yeah, for sure. Well,
episode that we do.
next two.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut it into this is Alvesta level
Yeah,
of chapter
the
reading.
next one is let me check. 66 chapters, so
So we're doing 33,
And it's
33, or
honestly
we
oh yeah,
could.
probably.
we don't have
Yeah.
to. We're
But
just
for me
I mean, I don't know how to split it up. I haven't read that, so probably the best
yeah.
way to do it.
But for me, I think like a lot of people, I don't know if you know this, Inagra, but a lot of people in the community don't like this saga. They think it's filler, like you said. They think it's like not
I'm
important to
scared
the story
now
at large.
because
Yeah,
we
like
just had multiple
I'm like one of
chapters
my biggest
being like,
fears.
here's the coolest part of the story so far, and based on what you just said, we're about to ignore that for the next 66 chapters.
That's
The thing is, like,
not
I
uncommon.
don't mind.
Ugh,
I don't mind that
man.
though. Like
Here
a
is
lot
the
of people
world.
skip.
Back to the crew.
Yeah, but a lot of people skip this saga because of that, which is like my sister skipped Skypia when she was reading the series for the first time, which like blew my mind because Skypia is one of my favorite arcs in the entire series. It's not my favorite, but it's like really close up there, the top 10, right? I just I like that we take a break from the serious political stuff. It's fun. This arc
I
is just
like your list.
fun. And
Your
if you go into
listing
it
list of reasons why you will not like this. Be
yeah,
afraid.
I think one of my biggest like fears is that you won't like this arc because I
I
think
will
I'm
go
getting a
into it
bearing
with
of
a
what
open
your
mind,
narrative.
but I'm just gonna be anticipating the next thing. Uh,
Here,
I think
but I'm sure there'll be good
like
character moments and such, yada yada, and world building, all that. This is gonna be like the no spoilers, but the Final Fantasy XIV expansion Shadowbringers, where the whole story really, really, really good. It's everyone's favorite. It's the most popular by far. Uh, the entire time through, even though I love it, I think it's a 10 out of 10. I was waiting for the couple, I think a grand total of 4 across this 40, 50-hour expansion. 4 scenes across all of that, where there's this one character who's doing a thing off on the side that doesn't matter to the current plot. I was just waiting for that. I wanted that 1 2-minute scene. Even though I loved all the rest of it.
I
I was waiting for that one thing. I was waiting my 10, 20 hours for that 2-minute scene.
well, now you'll just have to wait 2 years.
Yeah.
I think the best I think the best way to describe Skypia is Edolas from Fairy Tale. It's very
Oh no.
not to the plot at all. It's very different, but it's also just a lot of fun. Like we get to go explore a new place that we've never been to. Nobody in this world, like most of the people in the One Piece world haven't been to. They think it's a legend, right? We're gonna go see it and we're gonna go like have fun on this little island and it's just a lot of people they don't like this arc because, like you said, it doesn't go into the plot points. I think that's why Oda kind of put these political stuff right before this because he wants to go into this without like barriers to entry, I guess. And so he's giving the reader like a little bit, just like a tiny smidge. Like this is one of the few times that we see Shanks, by the way. Like Shanks doesn't come in the series
Yeah, we're gonna
ever.
talk about
Like
Shanks in a few
very
minutes.
rare. He's very rare to come up. So the fact that we even got him like for 2 or 3 pages, it's absolutely insane. He never shows up ever.
Mhm.
So I think he did that on purpose so that once we go into Skypia, we don't have to think about what's going on in the world
But
anymore.
all
But
I'm gonna
maybe
be
it has the
thinking
reverse
about is
effect.
what's going on.
Yeah,
You just left
yeah,
me
yeah.
on a big
It does have
cliffhanger
the
with like
yeah,
15,
yeah, it does
20
have
different
the
characters. I wanna
yeah,
know.
it does have the reverse effect. But for me, Skypia is the reason why I love One Piece. And
Well, we will
so
see when we get to
I
that arc.
My
To be
thing
fair,
is
we're
that
talking a lot about the next arc when we're
there
gonna be
has
talking
not
about a
been
lot more.
there has not been a single saga that has not become critically important
Oh,
later on.
obviously, yeah.
So, whatever people want to say about this, I fully anticipate it will have very heavy story implications at some point in the story. So yeah.
Okay, I think this is the perfect time to bring up the second character popularity poll with a total of
Oh
51,873
God,
votes.
it's so bad.
So I think we're gonna
We're
go
not
through.
doing
Oh,
the top
We're doing
50.
the top 10, and then we'll read some highlights from the rest
Fine.
of it. The top 10.
I read the volumes, so I don't know
Oh, you don't
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
like the
This
top.
isn't
Perfect.
the
Yeah, yeah.
Viz.
Okay. We'll read the top 10, and then we'll look at some highlights through the. There's 50 listed. So, at
What
number
chapter is it
10,
on, by the way?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, no worries.
It was early on. I saved it in a screenshot.
Yeah, I might have to.
At number 10 is Vivi with 748 votes. At number 9 is
He's good.
Bon Clay with 811.
Okay, I take it back, kind of based actually.
At number 8 is Ace with his grand total of 2 chapters with 1,700 votes.
Nice.
At number 7
Wow,
is
really?
Shanks with 1,800 votes. We'll go back to that. And 6 is Usopp with 1,957. Number 5 is Nami with 2,360. Number 4 is Chopper with 4,428. Why does Chopper have double the votes of Nami? Number 3 is Sanji with 9,676 votes. Why?
Oh yeah.
He
Why
was
is it even
awesome
closer
last
to the
arc,
other
that's
2?
why.
I will explain why in a moment.
And number 2 is Zoro with 10,982 votes. And number 1 is Monkey D. Luffy at 11,136 votes.
Yeah. So Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy are generally
they're always
thrown in a thing together. Like they're, often referred to as like the big 3 of the Straw Hat crew. I know.
Okay,
Listen,
Sanji cannot rank
I
up
agree.
there. What?
I agree.
What?
I agree.
Why?
I'm just telling
He did
you.
really good last arc. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, he's
This
good.
is based on Alabasta.
not
I just mean
like-
after
character
Alabasta, right?
pull. Character pull wise, I'm not sure
don't
I
get
would.
how he gets as close to Luffy and Zoro.
Because it's a poll done by Japanese, like young Japanese boys, and
Well,
not
boo them.
you.
Vote for Nami.
Yeah, guys, they're not talking. What? Sanji was awesome last arc. Why are you hating on Sanji?
Oh, that's
He
true.
literally
Yeah, I
saved
guess
the
it
crew, like,
was.
30
Yeah,
times.
that's true. This is referring to Alabasta. Yeah, that's fair. This was done right after Alabasta,
yes.
so he was actually really good in Alabasta.
Yes, he was really good.
That's a good
but
point.
He wasn't as good as Nami or Vivi or even Chopper.
I mean, again, you're right. It's just the
Sanji...
demographic. That's why.
I know that. It's a bad.
That's why I wasn't
think
going to
so.
talk about
One
it.
Piece fans are bad.
I
I don't
honestly
like
don't
any of
think
you
so.
people listening to this. Not really. I love you. Sanji
No,
has almost.
I think
actually,
Sanji deserves his.
Sanji has 4 times
deserves
the
his
votes
spot.
of Nami.
Yes, true.
4 times.
Why not? Why not? What's wrong with that?
Okay, you know what? That's not even the problem.
I see
Who
no
cares about
problem
that?
with
We're gonna
this.
talk about the real problem. Why do Ace and
Mm.
Shanks? Why are they at number 7 and 8? Why? They have nothing. They are not characters.
They're
they-
related to Luffy.
I don't understand.
Here's the blurb for Shanks, by the way. I can't wait till he appears again. He's the grown-up I admire most. He's a popular character who leaves a strong impression with readers. That's a fair way to talk about Shanks. I think a popular character who leaves a strong impression is probably the most succinct way you could describe Shanks. Hey, Ben Beckman is 17, and he was in one background shot like once and said one thing ever.
That's fair.
Not complaining about him. He's above Buggy.
We'll get to the rest of them. But I am very excited for Shanks to
How long
show
are
up
we
again.
staying here?
We're not. That was all I was planning on saying.
Shanks.
Okay.
Why? I just have to reiterate. He's not a character. He is 100%. We've only been told what he does. He has not done anything.
He saved Luffy.
Wow. He can swim.
I think by their association with Luffy, Luffy is the character we have the most screen time with, and the fact that they are close to Luffy, closer than the crew, I would say, to be honest. Like, Shanks saved Luffy's life, and Ace is his older brother, so just by association to the number 1 on the popularity poll, they have high. Also, they have cool designs, they're very impressionable, like Lucian said. They have very distinct goals.
They show up, they do cool stuff, and they leave.
Shanks actually doesn't have a goal. Yes, they show up, they do cool stuff, and they leave. Ace has a really distinct goal of finding Blackbeard, but he's really bad at it. He's on freaking Buggy's ship. And then
he has about as good of a sense of direction as Zoro.
I think they're cool, but there's so many characters below them that are actually interesting and have done things, and it's kind of sad.
It's literally just by association, and it's how cool they are. Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. Like, Vivi should be higher. She's a really, like, I've grown to love her over this reread, and she deserves to at least be 5, I feel like.
Okay, let's some highlights. Robin's number 11, so she's gonna skyrocket to top 5 immediately. Next poll, she will be above Nami.
You're overestimating the demographic here, bud.
Am I? Oh, maybe. I guess I don't know any Blackbeard got introduced.
Young boys.
A lot of. She'll be right at she'll be with Nami, like right there, probably above her next time. We'll see. Smoker is 12. Cool. What's her name? The one you don't like. Tashigi.
Tashigi.
She's 14.
Yeah.
She's awesome, by the way.
She deserves to be 100.
Input. She's number 14. Right above Crocodile. The Panda.
What?
Panda Man is at number 19.
She's above Crocodile? What?
Panda Man is a meme with Ichiro, Oda, and SBS.
160 votes.
Oh my god. Okay.
She's great. She's one of my favorite characters.
So that I can go lay down.
She might be top 10.
Yeah.
Say that now. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'd have to think about that. She might be top 10 though for now. The other highlights: Panda Man, number 19. I forget Panda Man. I don't know who he is.
Well, he's like a running joke with Oda and the writers into SBS.
He's an Easter egg. That's the better way. He's an Easter egg throughout the series.
Exactly. He's more of like a meme.
Random crowd shots.
Exactly. So him being in there is kind of like a running joke in a way, more than like a actual character.
Pell, we got number 21. Belmare is number 37. So there's a whole 41
of 38.
People of 38.
Well, yeah, but 41 people, 38 is tied 3 ways.
That's fair. Then the big.
I'm just glad I'm not ranking anything.
The true highlight the true highlights would be Karu. Did we say Karu? Karu. At number 22 with 170 votes. Good for you. At number 25 is Oda with 97 votes.
Too low.
Our queen.
I agree.
Our queen. The true best character. Number 29 with 74 votes. Kuina. Sadly, the whatever
Kicking Claw Force did
the
not
King
make it
Claw
on.
Force did not make it on. Sadly,
Sad.
unfortunately, they're so
Too bad.
popular. We just wrote them off.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
It's too bad.
Oh no, this is gonna be a running thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh
Every
no.
week, every week until we do. We'll do in what is it? 2-3 years. We'll do the live show where we cosplay as the King Claw Force.
Jeez.
I'm not cosplaying as no one.
That's what you say now.
You know how hard it is to cosplay?
Still got a few years.
What do you
Yes.
mean? You're gonna pay me to do it?
Yeah, sure.
You would have
Okay.
to pay me $1,000 an hour to cosplay as anybody ever.
I will quote you on that.
Do you have that kind of money?
I mean, I can in 2 years.
Do you have that kind of money?
can save up.
You'd have me for like 30 minutes. Maybe if you start saving from last year, 40 minutes.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything?
Oh, speaking of cosplay and style, Luffy and Zoro got their asses kicked in the bar, right?
What a segue.
And Robin went out and she went shopping and came back all dripped out. She got some info, but she has a new outfit. So
because she was borrowing Nami's clothes, and she didn't
she
wanna do
was,
that
and now
forever.
she has a white cowboy hat.
Isn't it purple?
Is it? Oh, we're reading colorless, so it's white.
Oh, lol, lame. It's purple, y'all. Robin does have the best outfit in this arc, though.
It's very good. It's a very good outfit.
I'm just
everybody...
gonna assume, like Nami, she will change costumes every other chapter.
Not as often as Nami.
I like that the women change outfits. I like that because yes, a woman would do that. A woman doesn't stay in the same clothes for weeks on end. That's stupid.
I feel like Zoro wouldn't either, though. The other
Eventually, the guys change their clothes a bit more later on, like way later on, like post time skip later on. They start,
Sanji,
adapting.
Sanji changes his clothes. Sanji's like one of the guys.
He does wear the same pinstripe suit every day. He just wears 3 of them.
He changes his undershirt, like the shirt he wears under the suit. It changes color and design.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I read the color version, so I have tips on it. Yeah, and the Alabasta arc too. They all kind of wore like desert outfits too, so they all changed a bit. Zoro wore like the desert version of himself. Like it was literally the same clothes, even with the stomach warmer. He wore a stomach warmer in the desert, guys.
Yeah,
so, like
he'll do that.
No logic.
It's Zoro.
There was a funny, yeah, that's true. There was a funny joke where they talking about the South Bird, and then the South Bird how it can always point south, and then Luffy's like to Zoro, "Oh, you're worse than some animals." He's like, "What the fuck?"
That was the other part that got me laughing. Yeah.
That's like a Zoro. Have you noticed that Zoro gets lost more and more now? Inegro. That's like a running.
Because he's been like separated more now. He wasn't really alone much early on, and so now he's been by himself more, and now he's able to get lost.
Yeah, even when he was with Robin in the forest, he like got lost. She's like, "You're going back where we came from," and he's like, "Oh."
I don't trust you, but all right.
Oh man, I think that's my favorite running gag in the series. Zoro, like the cool, badass swordsman, has no sense of direction. Zero whatsoever.
It's a good character flaw.
What do you think Luffy's character flaw is? Like
there's so many.
What's his primary one?
Overconfidence.
I just remembered the scene
That's a
where
good one.
His IQ.
His fighting IQ is high as hell, though.
Too trustworthy.
Yeah.
Fair.
Too trusted.
Very fair.
True, yeah. Oh, I just remembered the scene where Nami discovers the needle points up, I
Yeah,
thought that, and the chapter is called "Why the what is the compass called? I forget. The log
log
pose.
pose.
Why the log pose is round, and that was like, whoa! I didn't even think about that
Oh,
because
I
I've
didn't.
never read any of this.
Huh?
So
Yeah,
I
I
was
never
like,
noticed that
it's
chapter
round
title.
because there are sky islands, and my brain exploded. But anyways,
That's crazy. I never
they're
caught
like,
that.
yeah, I mean, like I didn't catch that in the anime because I don't think the anime episode was ever
Well,
called
no,
that,
they
or
don't call
it
it
was
the
never like
chapters. Yeah.
so and so it's pointed up, and then Luffy's like so excited, of course, because Sky Island, like who wouldn't want to go to Sky Island? And then like but they're like, we can't just go to Sky, we have no information, we need to go to a
Okay.
town and get
Also, how
information.
do
And
we
he's
go
like
to the sky, Luffy?
he's like, no, we go to Sky Island. She's like, you want to go to Sky Island? Yeah, we need to get information. Okay, how do we get to the information? We go into a town, right? Yeah, so we go to Jaya. Yeah, we'll go to Jaya. And she basically just tricks him into going. And then they do like the circular loop again. She's like, and then Usopp's like, no, she's tricking you. And he's like, no, we have to go to Sky Island. And she goes again. And then he's like, oh yeah, okay, let's go to Jaya.
Yeah.
It's like a
For
full
context, in
panel.
case someone didn't read, the reason there was even an argument in the first place is that if they go to Jaya and stay for too long, the
Yeah,
log pose, which is their like navigational device, can just lock on to the next island's um, magnetic field
magnetation
and
pull. Yeah.
completely skip the Sky Island. And so they had to make like a quick stop at Jaya for supplies and info before heading to Skypia or Sky Island.
Also, Chicken Mary.
Hmm?
Chicken Mary. The going Mary as a chicken because flying.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I loved how Luffy and Usopp are like, this is so cool, and Nami and Zoro are like, how do you think this is cool? This is depressing.
Why did we do this? I did like
Man, the poor
Robin's.
going Mary
Yeah, that thing's been taking a
is
beating.
going through the. Yeah. What did you
Tossed
think
to the
about
ringer.
Robin, Lucian?
Well, I just liked her line about telling the crew, like, listen, do not doubt the log
Yeah.
pose on the Grand Line, doubt your own senses, because follow that thing exactly, and there will
She
be
was
an island
very
where your needle
serious about
points.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that as
I didn't
well.
remember that. So that, like, her being so serious about that, like, I don't know, I guess through watching it's just eventually inferred, like, obviously you go where it points. But them being relatively new to the Grand Line, obviously they've done stuff, right? But, you know, they are still new. I think it
They've been
helps
there
to
for
have
months.
someone. Well, right, but like they got to Reverse Mountain and took what 1, 2, 3, 4 different islands or something. Like they've been here a while, but they've only been to like 4 islands, you know.
Yeah.
And so to really like nail down the mechanics and stuff, I think it helps to have someone who's been here a long time.
Yeah, I like
So
that now that we get a voice. Like Vivi was kind of like that exposition character because she grew up in the Grand Line, but she never left her island. But Robin has been
right.
trapped because she had to travel, or else the Marines. She had a bounty of 70 million, I think, 73
79
million,
million, yeah.
79 million when she was 8 years old. So she had
Mm.
to travel as much as she could, and that probably saved her life at one point or another. So
So if we're
you
using the
know, you
power
gotta trust.
scale, which, if we're being honest, the bounties are just power scaling in a literal number form. She's
Not
stronger than Zoro.
true. Not true.
I
No, it's
It
mean,
false.
is for now.
yeah.
It
At
is
this
for
point,
now.
it's you know, at this point, it's been kind of uh
Implied.
right.
It is a
Um,
general sense kind of thing
yeah.
now.
Well, on
Yeah,
that
especially
note,
with the Bellamy plot. Yeah.
yeah, on that note, the average bounty of the pirates here has been super high compared to other areas. Probably because the area is mostly inhabited by pirates and just general, bad guys. But you know, the bounties on these pirates and stuff were floating around like 40 to 50 million in Jaya. Like it was pretty high. I mean, aside from just Bellamy too, like Bellamy's men, like they're
Oh my God.
pretty high
I
bounty.
forgot to. I forgot the reason why I like Bellamy, guys. I forgot to say it, even though I talked about him for like 20 minutes.
What's up?
It's that he's like the classic pirate. Like he's a normal pirate. If you think of a pirate, you think of
Mhm.
Bellamy, like a very jerky person, steals gold from innocent people, like fights like 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 the first scene with him, he loses a poker game or
He
something and he
stabs the guy
gets
through the
pissed off at
hand.
the other guy. He stabs the guy through the hand and
Yeah.
throws him out a window, through 4-story window, 5-story window, right? It's just like, and actually, Bellamy is based on a real pirate. I can't remember his name, but he does have Bellamy, and I think it's Henry Bellamy or like
I recognize
something
the
like
Mhm.
name.
that. I have to look it up, but
I'm
Bellamy is a
surprised.
real pirate. I
Yeah.
think that's why I liked him because like he's
It's
the
fair. He is
first
probably the most like
like
grounded actual pirate. He behaves like a
no,
pirate.
because Samuel Bellamy, that's his name, Samuel Bellamy, the real life pirate that he's based on.
Gotcha.
But like literally, if we go through the list of the enemies that we face, let's say, Alvida is a woman. That's very rare for a pirate. Yeah, there's and whatever Bolin or what's her name, Bonnie and
Mhm.
Bonnie. She was a real life pirate, but very rare to have a woman pirate in the weakest sea too. Is kind of strange.
Mhm.
Who's next? We dealt with a marine next, and then we dealt with Buggy, and he's kind of like he's just a clown. He's not really that like classic pirate that we talk about with Bellamy. And then we met with Karu, who was like a guy with a plan to take over the wealth of a girl that he was taking care of. Like that doesn't sound like a pirate to me.
Kuro?
Uh, yeah, Kuro. Yeah, that's his name.
Gotcha. I was
What
like,
did I
Kuro the
say?
word.
duck.
Man,
No, I
Vivi's
said
duck's
Karu.
been getting up to some crazy shit.
No.
Oh my
And
god.
then and then we deal with Arlong, who's a racist. I don't think pirates are notoriously known for not being racist because it's
That's true. You
mostly
don't
like
really have the
they
option.
get slaves. Yeah, they get mostly like pirates were former slaves.
Mhm.
So you get a lot of black people as pirates back in the day. And then, well, at least in the Caribbean, I'm not like talking about there are Chinese pirates and stuff like that. I'm getting off
Mhm.
topic. Uh, Arlo, who's the racist, and then we have Smoker, who is a Marine, and then Buggy and Alvida and those again. And then we go into Laboon as the villain. Miss Wednesday turns out to be our best friend Vivi. Uh, Igaram and the other Barak works. They're agents of a secret organization. They're not like classic pirate. They're bounty hunters. Anyways, they're not even pirates. And then we finally meet up with Crocodile, and he's the leader of this organization. He's running a CIA op on a country to get a weapon. Like you don't like pirates don't like pirates care about gold. They care about and then now we're up to and this is the first time like we're 200 chapters plus in and we haven't met a classic pirate yet, and Bellamy is that for me. He is
Mhm.
finally we're meeting just a guy who wants his gold. That's it.
That's
And
fair.
just it's the simplicity for me. There you go. That's it. That's my rant. Do you
I,
guys agree? Disagree?
no, like I understand your
I don't
reasoning.
get
I
why.
don't particularly like him, but I
No,
understand your
no.
reasoning for why. Um,
I know it goes vehemently not. But yeah, I
He's
think
a
that's the
character.
last of my thoughts.
what were you saying,
He's a
Aggro?
character.
Nothing. No, he's a character. He is there to get punched in the face. That is
That's
why he
He
true.
did do
exists.
that.
Very true.
Um, but I was just thinking because on the note of Bellamy's bounty and all that, we never talked last week because of how long the episode was. But we got bounty updates, and it was mentioned towards the end that the crew finally learned it.
The 100 million berry man.
Yeah, Luffy has
Good
100
chapter
million
name.
berry bounty, and Zoro had his first
60
bounty
million.
issue. Had his first bounty issued at 60 million. So
His
pretty
epithet is
high.
still Pirate
Huggers.
Hunter.
Yeah,
Smash
it
your face.
always is.
What a dumb.
Not
Stupid
changing.
Marines.
The pirate hunter Zoro.
Oh,
Don't
what?
forget about your punctuation there, Navy.
Oh yeah, and then and then Sanji's like, "Wait, do I have a bounty?" And Usopp's
He's
like,
like,
"Nope."
Usopp,
Like,
check,
look
check.
closer. Still nope. I love how Blackbeard was just like the news person for the Straw Hat
Yeah,
Pirates. That's how one
right.
note he was to them. They're like, "Wait, what? He's after us? Oh, he has our bounties."
I do like his crew introduction was pretty cool to me. To where like before even getting to Jaya, his sniper
We
sniped
meet
an
them,
eagle
yeah.
so far away that Usopp called it impossible. Like
Right.
our sniper was like, no, no one could have sniped that. That's too far. That's impossible. Uh, and then the wrestler is out just fighting random guys on the street. You know, I don't know. I liked his
Imagine
crew's
if they got
introduction because they weren't introduced as his crew. They were just
right.
introduced as random dudes in Mocktown. And I thought that was really cool.
Wouldn't it be cool if Dwayne the Rock Johnson played the Jesus
The
version?
champion wrestler. Oh, I totally forgot that's his name. Oh my god. You're right.
I remember it. I remember it as Burger, like his last name, but it's Burgess.
Yeah. No, I
It's
just
just
forgot
easy.
his name is Jesus though. And that's how it's pronounced too. It's not like Jesus, it's Jesus.
And we were introduced to the Bible in the same arc. Coincidence? I think
Jesus the
not.
wrestler. Oh my god. He has come back. He's just a champion wrestler now.
Comes down
Oh my
comes down
god.
from the ceiling to do a power bomb. Jumps off with a big light.
Oh
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, a quick note while we're talking about Blackbeard, for you, Aggro.
Mm-hmm.
The translation you and I are reading gives Blackbeard a normal ha 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 laugh.
Uh-huh.
Blackbeard in
Lame.
particular has, excuse me, a One Piece laugh. It's zay ha 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 ha. So it starts with zay, and then it's a normal laugh. It's like zay ha 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 ha.
My Negro is confused.
It's a One Piece thing. Every cool character has a
I'm
unique
gonna
laugh.
pretend
Like
I didn't
Luffy.
hear that.
It's so good, and I hate you forever if you deny One Piece laughs.
Yeah. There's no proof.
No, but like Luffy
I love
Luffy
Zolo.
laughs like hee 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 hee. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm ending the podcast, guys. We're out. I'm done. No, but is there anything else we want to mention before? Because I feel like we've talked this arc out to death.
Well, the knock-up stream.
Oh yeah.
We didn't talk about
Yeah, that's cool.
the knock-up stream or the Emperor Cloud. I mean, the Emperor Cloud is
It was
pretty
it's
obviously the
kinda-
Sky
Yeah.
Island because we know the next arc, and we know that there's a map called Skypia, and the log pose is pointing up. But
Yeah, it was a cool.
what do you think about the knock-up stream?
I think
thing.
I think it had the coolest paneling for me.
I did like the
Just
panels
like
of
in
it
the
from
series
far
so
away
far.
with Cricket
Yeah.
looking at it. That was cool.
Yeah.
Like the whirlpool, especially, it looked so awesome. I took screenshots of everything with the
Always a
knockup
big
stream.
fan of Whirlpool pirate media. I mean, like anytime it automatically makes me think, oh man, remember Pirates of the Caribbean 3, and then I get in a good
I knew
mood.
you were gonna say
It's
that.
the best set piece in any movie. Well, okay, it's the best set piece in any blockbuster film. Period.
I would agree with that, actually. I watched the Pirates of the Caribbean movies lately. They're really
Very
good, actually.
Very good.
The trilogy, the first trilogy, is really good.
Oh yeah. We gotta specify.
It did remind me of that, and Bellamere, just the Mocktown in general, reminded me of Tortuga. Bellamere reminded me of
very
the
much
classic pirate.
The whole island is very much classic, like the other side of the fantasy pirates, or more classic,
The fact
realistic.
that it took us
pirates.
this long. The fact that it took us, we're on episode 9, 11, and it took us this long to get to the Caribbean of like the pirate, even though that's like the most popular version of piracy. Oda was like, nah, I'm gonna do clowns first.
Gotta be unique.
And in the same part, he's like, also here's the warlords and the three world powers, like the three great powers or whatever. Here's all
Wait.
this info. Goodbye.
Yeah, okay, that's so much stuff.
Also, those since you were equating power level to bounty, and I know Southland, you and I have talked about this with it not being equivalent,
Obviously, it's not exact,
but
they have very, very, very high bounties.
they were like 400 million, 380 million up there.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, the
like
Shichibukai,
way
the
up
Seven
there.
Warlords.
Like, man, Crocodile sucked for a warlord. Oh my god,
Wait,
he
what
was
was
not
his farmer
qualified.
bounty?
80 million
My-
or 81 million.
That's it?
Yeah.
I think
Oof.
Crocodile is very
How do
charismatic.
you get his job?
I think that's
I
his.
guess.
Well,
He's very
he's,
That
charismatic.
face?
I think less charismatic. He
Yes.
has power,
Mm.
right? Like,
Yeah, his devil fruit ability is really powerful. Yeah.
no, I mean like, organizational power. You know, like I know he was behind the scene of Baroque Works and stuff, right? But because he was able to run something like Baroque Works, I don't doubt that he would have been able to run something similar behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like pull some strings to get a job he wasn't necessarily qualified for.
Mhm.
Right. I see
I don't
what
think
you mean,
every
yeah.
single warlord has to be, you know, incredibly powerful, super high bounty, whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah,
because Mihawk, he's like he doesn't have a crew or anything like that. He's just on his
he's
own,
just
and
a
he's just
dude.
uh, and I think maybe Crocodile, maybe on the outside he seemed like that. He was just a dude, and they're like, it's easier to get a guy to what's it called, be part of our system than a whole crew, and so they got him. And but behind the scenes, he had Barak Works. Like maybe he had Barak Works the whole time. Maybe he didn't make them after the means. Maybe like becoming Shichibukai was part of his master plan for his utopia or whatever to get Pluton. But I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Yeah.
Well, then I think it's time to rank the arc.
No.
Yes.
We should do
Oh,
that
God.
after
But this is its own arc.
Skype, I guess.
And we're gonna have another week without it next week. So
That's true.
Oh yeah, it's true.
okay, so we never actually updated the image we're using or the document, which I don't have a link
Oh, did
to.
we not?
I need to do that.
No, but we
I
all
need
know
to
what
do
it
that,
is.
actually.
It's the top. It just put
It's
everything
number
on.
one, number one,
Yes.
number one, number one.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Alabasta's number one. Yep.
Yeah.
What is this arc's name?
Jaya.
Jaya
Jaya. Okay, I'd
with
put
a
it
J.
for my personal list. I'm gonna put it right above
I
Orange
don't remember
Town.
what my person.
So number.
Oh,
it would be
you
number
piece
7,
of garbage.
right above Orange Town for me.
I hate
So
everything
currently that would be
right
number 7. Wait, number 6. It would be number wait. 7
now. If you're putting it under Orange Town,
above.
above it's gonna be 6.
Well,
Orange
we
Town
haven't
is gonna be
added
7.
in. We haven't added
Oh.
in.
So
What's
even
it
though
called?
the
Yeah.
list
Oh yeah,
we're,
yeah,
the
yeah,
list
yeah.
we're
You're
looking
right.
for
I
visual.
see what you mean.
For even though it says it's at 6, it's actually at 7. So it would be at number 7.
Okay. I'm gonna put it at. Ugh, I don't want to do this. You go, Lucian.
I guess probably 5.
Ooh.
There's wait above Whiskey Peak. I mean, so
Yeah, that'd be
6 because again, it's not updated.
Yeah, but it's only 1, so that would be 5 for you. Because it's at 4 now.
No, for me,
Whiskey Peak is at 4 now. And
Whiskey Peak's at 5 for me.
No, it's not.
For me,
I'm looking at your list right now.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
he
my
sent a
list.
picture.
Oh, you mean including? You mean including?
You updated Alabasta, yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Oh, did you?
You
I
guys
just-
are gonna hate me.
I don't know. I
I'm
don't
gonna
care.
put it.
This
It's
is your
gonna be
list.
fourth for me. It's fourth because
Okay, cool.
Bellamy and
Cool.
Cricket
Awesome.
and Skypia and Funny. It's real funny. It's above Whiskey Peak.
Hey,
Everybody
that's
can go
fine.
jump off.
Okay, that's a bit far. And for our group ranking,
I don't care. Do whatever you want.
no, you have to vote. Where do you want it?
You are gonna put it so low, and I'm gonna hate it so
Where do you
much.
want it?
I'm
I'd say we should put
on
it.
our group.
Mm-hmm.
This one's
I'm saying
missing Drum
fourth.
Island. The
Fourth.
one.
I'd say fifth.
Oh no.
Lucian, fourth or fifth?
Oh, that's a good.
Below or above Whiskey Peak?
Well, keep in mind Drum Island is missing, which we would have at under
We
Baratier.
did not upgrade this list. Oh, then
So
yeah,
it would
okay.
be.
That's fine then.
That's fine. I mean, not opposed to that.
Number 5 it is.
What
Wait,
rank did we put it?
5.
Fifth in the group?
Mm-hmm.
That's not
I'm
bad.
okay
So
with
our
that.
top 5 are now Jaya, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jaya, Whiskey Peak, Logtown, Arlong Park, and Alabasta.
Alabasta.
It's a good list.
That's not a bad list, actually.
Good list.
Nice.
Stupid list.
I love the list. We have to update the list so we have an image to look at next time that's accurate.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
But,
are we ranking anything else, or can I leave?
I think we're good this time. Next time, no ranking.
Thank God.
No ranking next week.
Oh, whew.
I'm very excited.
Okay, just like warning, you just gotta go into it and
I will.
enjoy it. Don't think about the other stuff because you know it's not happening.
I'll
okay,
try.
just please
I'll try.
don't hate it just because.
I'll try.
Lucian, what are the chances that he hates it? You know him better than I do.
I don't know, because I think if he just appreciated for what it is, he'd like it. But because of the setup in the last 4 chapters, he's less likely to appreciate it. And we're like, big, go back, go back. But that will be a recurring theme throughout all of One Piece, so get used to it.
Yeah, it's true.
Like I said with Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers, I may have been looking forward to those 2-minute scenes of which there are 4 of them. But I did still really like that 50-hour expansion. Outside of that, it was still very good. So who knows? We'll see.
Only Jesus Burgess.
I think that is how we will end today.
Yes.
I'm your captain.
On that note, yes.
I think this is the first time I've ever been the one to lead us out, but I'm your captain. And what are we reading next week, actually? What chapter numbers?
Skypia arc, it'll be 33 chapters.
Are we splitting it in half exactly?
That's fine. I haven't read it, and so, Stafflam, have you read it, at all recently? Yeah, so it'd be tough to,
I haven't read any of this, by the way, so...
Yeah, so it'd be a little tough to...
33 and 33 it is.
Yeah, so from... What would it be? It's 237 to 306, so whatever half of that is.
Got it.
We will... Yeah, we'll have it figured out by next week.
I am your captain, Iron Negro. You can email us at undertheironflag@gmail.com.
No one is ever gonna email us.
Someone will email. We will read your email. Here, let me check the email right now. Live email checking. Our most recent email is from Anchor.
Oh,
your episode was successfully processed. We get emails, guys. Let me check the spam.
Update 269. 237 to 269.
Got it. Understood. 269. We'll not forget that number.
Guys, it's time to read the most fun arc. Yay!
I'm hype.
Yay.
I'm hyped too.
Okay.
I'm so hyped. I know, it's like, I'm sad. Lead us out, Negro. Stop dilly-dallying.
I thought I was the one not dilly dally. I'm your captain. This is the end. That's your navigator, Saflam. That's your
Yes,
first
I
mate
am.
/ vice captain, Lucian Graves.
See ya.
Goodbye.